Hey there, everybody. Today we are going to go ahead and create a generative image using the text to image feature in the new Adobe Express beta. I'm going to go ahead and go to the text to image and I'm going to go ahead and create an Instagram post because I want to create a carousel. My goal is to take this image and pull it into Adobe Photoshop beta and use the new generative fill. So now I'm searching for like a colorful creative brain and I'm going to let this do its work. And AI is going to generate a few different options for me for this colorful creative brain. Now, once I have that, I'm going to just kind of cycle through my different options here by hitting the load more button. And my goal is I want to add in Photoshop beta to the left and the right of this image. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find that perfect image, just cycling through some of my options. This one's kind of nice, but I really like some of the original ones it gave me, so I'm going to stick with that. Once I have the image of my liking, I love this because it's cool and it's warm and it kind of has this nice neon vibe. I'm going to go ahead and download that image to a PNG, and we're going to open that image using the new Photoshop beta that has the generative fill function. In generative fill, I'm going to simply create a composition that is 3 times as big. So I'm using the guides to make sure I have a 1080 by 1080 square on either side of my image. So you can do that by going to the crop tool, and you'll notice I'm just aligning the little edges of that X just to kind of help me see where my tool is. And then I'm going to go to my view and I'm going to go to my guides and I'm going to go to my new guide layout and make sure that I have 3 columns. This is going to help me export this for Instagram because Instagram is going to want to make sure there's 3 perfect squares so the carousel effect will work. Then I'm going to use generative fill. So I'm going to use my selection marquee tool, hold shift, select both sides, and I'm going to add to that second side. What will happen here is by hitting the generative fill button, Adobe Photoshop Beta is going to fill in the blank to the rest of that AI generated image. This is a resolution I normally wouldn't be able to get just by using AI generative fill or AI images alone. So, this is a really great way to kind of have the different programs talk to one another to amplify your creativity. As I continue to go, it's going to take a few seconds, but I get some really amazing results. And I'm going to just cycle through my results to see what it gives me. I really love this first one. So we're going to stick with that. Now let's export. So we're going to go up to our image and we're going to go to the crop tool and the slice tool. We're going to go ahead and slice to those guides we put in. And that's going to determine 3 individual squares. I'm going to go to save. And when we go down to save, we're going to use export and we're going to save for web legacy. Now, I use this legacy version just because it's a little easier to export those 3 squares the way I want them. I don't want any gaps in between them, and those slices are going to do that for me. So I'm going to give it a few seconds to kind of load up here. And what will happen is it will give me this kind of interface, which I don't need to really touch anything in. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And I'm going to make sure at the bottom here that the slices option says all slices. That's going to save 3 individual files. At this point, you can just select each file in the order that you want the carousel to work when you put them in your Instagram page, and you will have a seamless Instagram carousel for your liking. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to learn more, please subscribe to the channel below. Thanks, everyone.